Okay, guys, we're here tying a few flies here now today. Uh, we're gonna start off now with what I call a white green highlander. Something a little bit different I find, and I never did see anybody else fish with it before, unless I gave them the fly. But I found it a really good pattern, and caught a lot of salmon with it, and also a few trout. We're gonna start off here today with a number 8 up-odd salmon hook. There, just so you can see it a little bit better. Getting it in place. Now, I like to tie this pattern with a yellow thread, but you can also use black. Either or, cut a lot of salmon. I find the yellow makes a little small bit of difference. I'm just going to start off and tie it on there. The way I like to hold my scissors is just take them and put them in your hand like that there. Close your hand and you can use them just like that, fairly handy. And we're going to start off with a flat silver tinsel. Some new one here. Open up. Now you only need a couple inches of this or so. You don't need very much. Take that there, just tie it in. Tie it in like that there. Now there's also a gold side, but we usually want the silver side for this. A little bit of a glitter to it. Get that there tied up. Make sure it's tied in nice and tight. Now we're going to use a little bit of this yellow floss. Use a little small bit there because we're just tying in the butt part. Get this all tied in. You gotta make sure you got like a nice even proportion of it. You don't want too much, you don't want a little. There, that's it for that. And now I'm going to use a little small bit of this golden pheasant crest, I think it is what it actually is. Golden pheasant crest. Take out the back of the hoodies. This is actually the first fly I've tied since I unpacked my gear, so still a little bit unorganized. And this here, see it a little bit, but I usually take these here little short pieces and I use them for right here. It cocks off a little tiny bit. One of these now and tying it. You can use just a yellow hackle feather too, but I find this here where you get the little curve into it is a bit better. I like tying with this. There. Now you want a black peacock curl. A little bit unorganized where I've been tying flies now in a nice little while, but just after trapping season, starts to slow down a bit and waiting for the ice to get off the ponds for the rats proper. That's a bit of fly tying for salmon fishing in the summertime. Now, I won't be able to show this to you on the camera here, but this peacock curl, I got two sides, and you want it tied in so that the side facing backwards, facing back, so that it fans back. You just take it and wrap it nice and easy. It makes a nice little puffed up part there. Tie it in, cut it off. Now, this here is what you would call the regular main part of the body. This is where you can tie in a bit of color, and you ties in the ribs. Makes this small silver wire is what I'm going to use for the ribs. I think it's a size small. Some kind of a uni French stuff this is. Only needs a small bit, and you're only doing 5 or 6 turns. Tie that in there. Now this here is a very light green. You can't really see it there on the camera. A little bit too much light on it. Maybe if I black it, there you go. You can see it there now. It's a really light green, like a fluorescent green. And this here, I think, is the key to it. Take off 3 wraps or so of this. Whenever I find this hair color green, I usually stocks up on it because I find every fish will go after this color green. I don't know what it is, but it's just really good. I got that there. Nice and even. There. Tie it in. There. Now, wrap that in, make it nice and even, and get it so it's a nice full body. And the last part, I find you wind it around a couple times and you get it nice and even on the back part. And you take it, you just hold it flat with your fingers again, and you get it good and wide. Come back up to the front. Tie that in. Tag in that. And come around with your rib that you tied in. There we go. Tie it down. Now when you're cutting this here wire, you want to use this here part of your scissors here in the very bottom part. So otherwise you dull them out for cutting other material such as feathers or hair or whatever. Now we're getting ready to tie the throat in. Take your flies, turn it upside down. Now for the throat, I'm going to use these green hackle feathers. Take a nice good one here. I like to fan it out a bit and then start picking, and it stacks up all the tips so they all lines up. Get a good feel of them. So you get a nice thick throat on it. Okay, that's just a bit of green. And then I keep that there in my finger, and I'm going to grab a nice little bit of yellow just for to finish it off. I find you get that shade of yellow on the outside, and it makes all the difference in the world. If it's just a green, the fish really don't go right for it, but this here little small speck of yellow I think is what the difference is. Yeah, only needs one bit of that. Get this tied in there. Tie this bit of tag in. Clean it up. And then I get the throat done. There. in the vise again. Now for the wing, we're going to use a white calf tail. Take a little bit out. What I like to do is take it, hold it like that there. Give it a flick a couple times so you get all the shorter pieces out. Take it and measure it. See where you need it to. Get it cut off. There we go. Tie it in good so it's not going to come back out. And a nice little wing. Trim that out a little bit. Cut the thread off there with this small problem. I'll let the head there anyway. You can usually tie in over that. There we go, not a problem. One last thing now before we're finished this fly. I used this here pearl crystal flash just to top off these white flies. All it takes a couple strands and I double it over and cut the loops and double it over again until it gets a nice bit built up. There we go. Take that there and you tie it in. I usually like to trim it like that there. There we go. Now ready to finish this off. Tie it in like that there. Make a nice even head. There. Looking pretty good here. Now we get the whip finish. See if I can find it first. So much fly tying material is not even fit. I always gotta be digging through everything and try to find anything. I must have that there in my other box, but for now all we'll do is whip finish it with our fingers. There we go. I usually do a couple of these just to make sure. There we go, and fly is completed. Can't really see a lot, but there's too much light. But that there's the finished fly. See that there? Nice even body with the white wing. Now all that I have to do to that is put on some of this here yellow head cement, and he'd be good to go, ready for fishing.